Good morning class. As you know beta, we have completed our chapter first and chapter second up to exercise 2.1. Today we will take a quick revision of the integers and exercise 2.1. Okay. So the name of chapter is integer. Integer are combination of positive natural number, negative natural number, and 0. All these number are called integers beta. Example of integer are -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 up to so on. Okay, it means negative of counting, positive counting and 0 all got combined and make a set of integer. Okay beta. In this chapter what will we learn about integer? Addition of integer, subtraction of integers, multiplication of integer and division. Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. How can we add two integer? How can we subtract one integer from another? How can we multiply two integer? And how can we divide integers? Okay. To learn about the integers beta, firstly we have to learn the sign. Okay. In addition and subtraction. Okay. In the both, if you have to add or subtract two integer, and if they have same sign, then you have to add them. Okay. And if they have different sign, then you have to subtract. Subtract mean beta, look at here. If you have like this 41 plus minus of 30. First integer is positive, another is negative, and what we have to do? We have to add. Okay, what I have said, if the both have same sign, then you have to add them, and if you have different sign, then you have to subtract. So here plus minus got combined and will convert it into minus. So this will become minus 30. Okay, both the integer have different signs, so what you have to do? You have to subtract. After subtraction you will get 11, and the sign of the resultant is the sign of greater number. Here 41 is greater and 41 has positive sign, so the result is 11 and in positive sense. Okay, if we have two same sign and comes together without any number between them, then their resultant is plus, and if we have two different sign, then their resultant is minus. Okay, so this is the addition or subtraction of two integer. For example, if you have to subtract minus from minus 11, you have to subtract 10. Okay, this is the symbol of subtraction. One is positive, another is negative. Okay, but due to this symbol both will become negative, so both are negative numbers, so both have same sign. So what you have to do? You have to add them. So after addition the result will become 21, and you have to put the same sign as they have. Both are negative, that's why we put negative. In the other case, if we have 11 plus 10 and then we have to add them, both are positive, in this case result is also positive. Okay, so this is the addition and subtraction of two integers beta. Now we will learn about multiplication. If we have odd number of negative integer in multiplication, odd number of negative integer in multiplication, then resultant is negative always. So what is resultant? Negative always. Okay, and if we have even number of negative integer in multiplication, then what we have? Resultant is positive. Okay, now look at the multiplication beta. If you have to multiply 2 or 3 integer like minus 3 multiply by 4 multiply by minus 7, firstly you have to count the number of negative integer. How many negative are there? 2, and 2 is even number. 2 is even number. So the sign of the result is always positive beta. So we have to just multiply the number. 3 4 ja 12 and 12 7 ja 84, and the sign is positive because we have even number of negative integer in multiplication. Okay, clear? In the same case, if we have to multiply minus 1 11 minus 2 multiply by minus 3. Okay, in this case we have 1 2 3, it means 3 negative integer means odd number of negative integer. So the resultant is equal to negative integer, and the multiplication is equal to minus 66, because odd number of negative integer implies resultant has negative sign. Okay, so this is the way by which you have to multiply two given integer. Clear? Now division beta. In case of division, for example, you have to divide minus 15 by 3. One integer is negative, another is positive. If both integer have different sign, then their resultant is also negative. So the result is minus 5, because one is negative, another is positive. And if both the integer has same sign, for example, in the same manner you have to divide minus 15 by minus 3. This is negative, this is negative. Then their resultant is positive. Okay, clear? So this is the way by which you can divide any integer. Okay, the division in case of integer is same as the normal division, but we have to check here sign only. Okay, which sign will come to the resultant. Clear? So this is the way by which you can add, subtract, multiply or divide any two integer. Okay, now we will learn about properties of addition and multiplication of integers. First property is closure property. According to this property, if you add or multiply two integer, their result is also a integer. Okay, for example, 2 multiplied by 3 result is 6, and 2 plus 3 result is 5. 5 is also integer and 6 is also integer. It means beta multiplication and addition of integers is always closure. Okay, now the next property is commutative property. Commutative property means if we add a into b or we add b into a, in both case we have the same result. For example, 10 plus 7 is equal to 7 plus 10, and both are equal to 17. This is the commutative property. It means the addition or multiplication of integer do not depend on the order of the addition or multiplication. In the same case, if we have to multiply, a multiplied by b is equal to b multiplied by a. For example, 10 multiplied by 7, 7 multiplied by 10, in both case we have result equal to 70. Okay, and this is same. Clear? Now associative. In case of associativity, we have three integer a, b, c. A into b firstly and then c is equal to a multiplied by b into c. This is the associative property, and this property is satisfied by integers. Okay, now we have to learn about identity, and that is multiplicative identity. One is the multiplicative identity of integer. Identity means a number by which we multiply the given number and the result will be same as the given number. For example, 17 multiplied by 1 is equal to 17. This means 1 is the multiplicative identity. Okay, now we will discuss about the inverse of an integer. If we have to find the inverse of an integer, just we have to find the reciprocal. For example, if you have to find the inverse of 11, then inverse is equal to 1 by 11. That is equal to reciprocal of given integer. For example, if you have to find the inverse of minus 7, then inverse is equal to 1 by minus 7. Okay. So this is the way by which we can find the inverse of a given integer. Now we will discuss about the absolute value of the integer. Absolute value. In case of integers beta, this is the symbol of absolute value, or we can say it mode. If we have any negative number in this like this, then firstly we have to solve the inner part. Minus 212 plus 0 is equal to minus 212, and due to this mode, or we can say that absolute symbol, the sign of negative will goes and the result is equal to positive number. Absolute value of a given integer is always the positive of given integer. Okay, clear? This is the way by which you have to find the absolute value of a given integer. Clear? Now we will move on the chapter number 2, that is fraction. Okay. Fraction are the part of a given number beta. For example, 1 by 4. Fraction are part of a given number. For example, 1 by 4. This is fourth part of 1. Fourth part of 1. Clear? Or you can say that 3 by 5. It means third part of 5. And if you say 1 by 9, ninth part of 1. 10 by 5, 10 by 4. It means 10th part of 4th. Okay. Now what we have to find? This is a fraction and P is called numerator and Q is called denominator. Okay. Now we will learn how can we add two given fraction or multiply two given fraction. So addition of fraction. 4 by 3 plus 7 by 5. These are the two fractions and we have to add them. To add the given fractions, firstly we have to take the LCM of the denominator. So what are the denominator? 3 and 5, and LCM is equal to 15. When you divide 15 by 3, you will get 5, and you have to multiply that 5 to numerator, and that is 4. Put the same sign, divide 15 again by 5, you will get 3, and multiply that 3 to 7. This will become equal to 20 plus 21 by 15, and this is equal to 41 by 15. This is the addition of two given fraction. Now we will learn about multiplication. Okay. Multiplication. If you have to multiply two given fraction, then you have to multiply to numerator, denominator to denominator. After that, you have to check whether there is a common factor between numerator and denominator, and if there is a common factor, then you have to cancel it to make the multiplication into simplest form. So this is equal to 4 multiplied by 11 by 5 multiplied by 16. So 4 is the highest common factor between 4 and 16. After cancellation, this will become 1 and this will become 4, and this is equal to 1 multiplied by 11 by 5 multiplied by 4, and the result is equal to 11 by 20. And this is the way by which you can multiply two given fraction. Okay. Clear? I hope you will get it. So this is the revision video of your chapter 1 and exercise 2.1. Please beta try to do the exercise questions by your hand and prepare for your periodic test. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.